Dan, while Selenium is the industry standard or a industry standard in testing, today it is just not sufficiently flexible anymore. I need ways of not writing as much code and not updating as much code every time I have a release, because I'm releasing more often and I'm releasing more granularly and I'm releasing in a microservices architecture.
Absolutely. So Apple Tools integrates directly with your testing framework that you're currently using.
Mm-hmm.
We have over 50 SDKs that work with popular frameworks like Cypress, Selenium, Playwright, Puppeteer. And the Eyes engine is going to hook right into that test suite that you may already have as basically an API call to our
Mm-hmm.
platform. And again, we're not so much helping you get into state. Selenium, Cypress can still do that. Cypress get URL, like it's still going to travel there. What we're going to do is eliminate that assertion code. Eliminate check for this, check for that button, check for
Mm-hmm.
this color. All of those assertions, and you can think about one web page with a form, it might have 25, 30 assertions. One Apple Tools Eyes
Mm-hmm.
check is going to eliminate all of those assertions and just make sure that it looks the way we think it should based on your baseline regression.
Could you give an example of what this could look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So you would go through and use testing framework as actually, let's say, submitting a new post. And then that post would deliver to an end state. So maybe you'd end up on the page that showed that new post. You'd be able to run that test. You wouldn't have to write a new assertion in your code. Just
Mm-hmm.
the visual image of that post being in the correct state, you would check the accept on the Apple Tools platform, and that would go on from there. Now, let's say you changed something, you added a banner to your form top that brought down the post by, let's say, half the viewport, right? Or you added something else into your like DOM element. That might break something, or bringing down the viewport may break our visual test, right? It's not in
Mm-hmm.
the same spot.
Right.
But recreating and rewriting that assertion code on the locator side is a lot harder than just checking new place in Apple Tools and letting our algorithms know that, hey, this is the new correct path, and we sign off on it. And the next time you see it, make sure it looks like that.
All of this goes really beyond just interface testing and into functional testing, because you're developing an understanding of how the application works and what the response to user input should be. So, to a degree, the testing platform learns to gradually understand the intent of the application. And that really makes it this additional pair of eyes that looks over the shoulders of your test engineering team and just make sure that you're not doing something that you will regret later when you do your releases in a much accelerated fashion.